Good morning and welcome to this video. Today I am looking at Tesla. Currently have the 4-hour time frame up on the screen. We've had a 120% move to the upside since that April low that was put in. So we've come up to that 470s. We're currently sitting at around $430. And I'm leaning a little bit more short-term bearish on Tesla. And I can present to you a idea or my theory on the current price action that we see. So below us, I've marked these boxes. And these boxes basically just indicate there's some gaps in the candles, in the price. And, eventually those inefficiencies will be filled, just like this one here. So we have one here in May, and it didn't get filled until 1 month later in June. So I do anticipate, obviously, the same thing here. But before that, I actually see us maybe getting a push to the upside, up into this box here for 450. Now, the reason why I've marked that box there is just from a fib pull from this low up into this high. And you're going to see here we have the 618 sitting there at 448. So with that, I would like to see perhaps a move up like this, taking out maybe Friday's high from the 10th of October, and before coming back in and eventually gravitating down into those into these gaps and towards ultimately the single prints down here at 450. So I'd already previously looked at the TPO chart and marked those on just to save a little bit of time. And in addition to that, we are also going to take a TR expansion pull from that low up to this high. Okay, and you're going to see that that comes in really nicely at the high. So we had that rejection right up here at 470. So now I'd like to see kind of like a, maybe we might go as far as to retest that level, not ruling that out, but otherwise into this kind of 450s before getting that pullback. So we've had this high, we've had a lower high there, we've had this lower low. So I would like to see this slowly start to play out to the downside, down into this kind of 350s, 350s level. Also, when we just remove this for a second and I take a standard fib from that high down into where this move basically began. Okay, and we're just going to put the standard fib on here. And so we have the 382 coming in at 375. So we can probably expect some support off of that 382. Sorry, so we could, not ruling out we don't get any kind of bounce off there, but depending on how that level supports us, if any sense of weakness, then yeah, for sure we're going down here. And I say in a worst case scenario, but potentially into that 618. So I don't rule that out either, but we take it level by level. So can expect to see something like this playing out over the course of the coming weeks on Tesla. I also want to show you one more thing. I do have a channel. I'm just going to remove all of these marks so it just keeps everything really clear. Okay, take this away. I do have a channel that I drew a long time ago, and I've got that saved, which I can show you now. So let me just find it. Okay, here's the channel, and I'm going to go to the weekly because I think it's best viewed on there. And here you can see where all these dots are. Of course, this is highlighting the middle of the channel, the top, the middle, the bottom of the channel, the middle. So you can see these respected areas, and exactly where we have these single prints, where we have that 382, where we have these gaps, is the middle of the channel. So whether we do see exactly like what I'm saying, where we come up, take out that Friday high, start to basically lose that market structure to a little bit more bearish and start coming down into the middle of that channel before getting that bounce off and up to that one-to-one extension up there at 560s, remains to be seen. Like, that doesn't have to play exactly like that, but I do like the idea looking forward. So that's what I bring to you on Tesla. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the field below. And like and support my work. That's much appreciated. safe trading and have a wonderful week of trading ahead. Thank you.